Hey guys, I am Mandy Gubler. This is my husband Court. We are professional DIYers.
If there's such a thing as that. We
are it. We are embarking on our most intense project ever.
And we're headed in very blindly.
We are turning an old mercantile store that was built in 1928 into our house.
You sound so excited.
On this episode, we are giving you a little bit of insight into our family.
And we're going to talk about our business, Vintage Revivals.
And you guys get to meet the Merc. Home Depot is the most perfect partnership for this renovation because they have so many different things. They also have the tools that we need and the supplies that we need to do it ourselves. Like, we're not just hiring stuff out and then like moving in. We are in this, blood, sweat, and tears. We were gonna build a new house, new construction, new everything. We had our plans, we had our lot, we had all of our stuff.
We had the pressure.
It just didn't feel right. Like, it was just not.
Really, it did. It felt dark.
Bram. If I had a tattoo right here that said Home Depot, it would not be weird.
That'd be like me getting a Harley Davidson tattoo.
Why? You don't drive a Harley?
That'd be like me getting a Yamaha tattoo.
We are the perfect team because I am wildly creative and Court is really good at figuring out how to actually do things. So I come up with these crazy ideas and do my best to explain it to him, and then he helps me figure out like the logistics of actually making a functional project. So no new house for us. Instead, we get to do a renovation, and I am so happy about it. But there were so many things, like we had to find a contractor who was actually willing to take on a project like this that would let us do the parts that we wanted to do. But I did it because I'm like a freaking gazelle. I am a DIY gazelle. So a couple months after we decided not to build, I have a friend who's a real estate agent. She called me to see if I knew this girl's number because she was listing this really cool commercial property. And she was telling me about it. She was telling me about the exposed brick and all the old windows. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see it. That sounds amazing. Not thinking anything about us owning it or any of those things. It sounded like a really cool building. The Merc was built in 1928 and it's had a few additions since then, to put it mildly. It's the only commercial historic space in Santa Clara. Like, there are houses all around us. This was like the hub of this little teeny town. And it was the mercantile store, and then the garage side, which is the part that we're standing in right now, was a service station and the post office and a warehouse. Like, it's just been so many different things. So I knew the moment I walked in this space that this was supposed to be our house. So Court and I have been married for 15 years. We have 3 kids. We have a 14-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old daughter, and a 1-year-old son.
With Mandy getting involved with Vintage Revivals and it taking off like it has, it's definitely changed the family dynamic. I feel like we are constantly in the process of working on something or demolition, or it's just constantly, at least one room's down in our house at all times.
Yes. I mean, I think it's good for the kids because it shows them, like, they get to see the entire process of working through stuff, the learning curve that we literally cannot escape. Like, we try so hard. We always ruin things.
It's a constant.
So our kids get to see that. They get to see the benefit of like living a creative lifestyle. They've also learned how to eat cereal a lot.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to learn how to eat. For us, sooner.
I started Vintage Revivals in July of 2010, long before most forms of social media, before Pinterest. There were literally like 9 blogs when I started. So when I started the blog, it was about the project. So like I would do a dresser makeover and I would take a picture of the finished dresser in my driveway, maybe with my garage door shut.
It'd be all blurry.
Because it was about the project. But once I started doing projects, like I wouldn't sleep. I was so excited to do stuff. We had one that was real bad. It was very controversial.
It was.
It was
The tinfoil nightstand?
the tinfoil nightstand.
But it lifted you into a whole new...
People either
The truth
loved it or
is
hated it.
I agree 100% when they say if 50% of the people hate you, you're going in the right direction because they hated this
That
thing.
project was bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it was very popular.
With social media, everyone is like very accessible. So I love it when we post on Instagram and people DM us and we can ask questions and they care and they want to be a part of all of it. And that's why I am so excited about the merch. We are so excited to have 5 episodes in this series. This is the first one, so stay tuned for the next one. Make sure that you subscribe, follow along, and be a part of this. We want you to be a part of it. Come and weigh in and share your opinions and send us pictures of your house and
let us know if you hate it or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
let us know if you want Court to paint with his shirt off.
I mean, it's probably gonna happen a lot.
So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss anything, and we will see you next episode.